Hi everyone, Jill Lancet. How are you? I hope you had a great weekend. I was really busy over the weekend, especially yesterday. Yeah, I'm still looking at this new kit and I have got stuff everywhere here. It is called the Heirloom Arrangements Kit. Now, it's not in a catalogue. You won't find them in a catalogue. You need to go to my online store if you're in Australia and you'd like to have a look at that, jilllancet.stampinup.net, or go to your demonstrators site. If you're overseas, then yeah, you need to look at your own either demonstrator or country's website. Now, this was featured in my last video on Thursday night. I hope you caught it. If you haven't, you might want to go back and have a look at that because, yeah, I previewed everything that was in the kit. Tonight, I am going to make alternate cards using the kit. Now, in the kit, you've got enough to make 8 cards as per their instructions and photos. Yeah, here's a close-up of the other 6. And they're beautiful. Buy the kit, just make these 8 cards. You won't be sorry. But if you're like me, you like a challenge, you like to think outside the box, you like to get a little bit more, you know, a little bit more for your dosh, then this is what I do sometimes. I go in and I dismantle the kits and make extra cards. So that's what I'm going to do. I've done all the preparation. I'm just going to put them together. Now, I hope this doesn't take very long, you know, like extra time, but I am going to start right now. Now, this kit comes with this great little stamp set, and these are the stamps. A little moth or butterfly, this grid, thankful and grateful. I appreciate your kindness. Thank you. I feel lucky to have you and for you. Now, you don't have to use these stamps if you don't want to, but I did. And what I did was I actually stamped extra, and I've made all of these cards and I still have all of this stuff left over. Now, these are the little butterflies / moths, whatever they are. I just stamped those out on a strip of scrap, basic white, and I've popped those in here. I still have loads and loads and loads and loads. I've used all the vellum, I think, but I still have oh no, there's some vellum. I still have loads and loads of ephemera that I can continue making cards as if this was an ephemera kit, like those ones that you can buy. So I'm keeping that in the box. Crikey, if I could pick that up, that'd be a miracle. Oh, there we go. And now I've dropped everything else. Okay, let's have a look. There we go. Yeah, so I've got heaps. I've even got a couple of the original butterflies left over as well. So I'm going to start with the 2 cards that I made on Thursday night that were from the kit. Okay, according to the instructions from the kit, and they're absolutely gorgeous. But I just want you to understand that you don't have to play by the rules. You don't have to do what the instructions say. If this one's a little bit different, this one's pretty much the same. I added some twine to both of them. I just felt they needed something else. There's the gorgeous flowers that are vellum. Yeah, now they are according to the instructions. This is that one there, and this is that one there. So yes, you can make these exactly as advertised in the kit, but you know, as I previously said, I went off-road. I went off-road with them. Okay, so I've got some envelopes left. I did use some of my cards, like card bases for these, and yeah, you'll find that's easy enough to do. So I'm going to go with this first card. Now this one, I might have got a little bit carried away with this. Now, as I said, I've got everything here, and I will explain this as I go along, okay? So I've used one of my card bases, okay? It's a basic white card base. Next, I have some boho blue, and this is matte 1. I think I've cut this one down to matte 2. And yeah, that is one of the card fronts. I cut it up. I've used some, not even stamps, these were little lids that I had. That's the side of an ink pad, of a stamp block. That's also from a stamp block, and I used the grid. So I've just made this a little bit more grungy, a little bit more interesting, and I've used Night of Navy. I've also run some Night of Navy around the edge of that and that, as you'll see. They stand out just that little bit more. Now, I had some scraps left over. This is one of the ephemera pieces. I've run the Night of Navy around the outside of that, and I've splattered that, as I have done with these as well. Now, these are all from the kit, plus the butterfly, plus the gorgeous vellum leaves. Now, this is how I envisaged putting this one together, okay? So, no ribbon on this, I don't think. Did I put some ribbon? Oh, I was going to use some retired, and some of these products are retired. Now, I have literally, if I were to measure these in kilometres, I reckon I could probably transverse Australia and back if I just put all my ribbons back to back. So I've got this piece of boho blue. I don't know if I'll use it yet. So this is what I wanted to do. I'm going to put these little scraps down here like this. I've got my piece there like that. I have this piece here. I want to pop this behind it, and then I'm going to pop this on here with my little butterfly. You know what, it may not even need that ribbon, so I think I'll dispense with that. So I'm going to just glue this all together, okay? So this is matte 1, and I'm just going to use some seal. I hope I've got enough. Yeah, it's just quicker. It's a little bit fraught getting it straight, but it is quicker in the long run, okay? So nice little border between matte 1 and matte 2. Now, if you don't have my matte template sheet, which is here, she says, madly scrambling for it. Ta-da! Yeah, you can email me, tilly2145@gmail.com. tilly2145@gmail.com, and I will send you a PDF, and you will have metric and US letter size. So depending on which country you're in, if somebody says their original mat, which is mat 1 in my case, is 10 by 14.3 centimeters, you just go to mat 1 in the US and convert that to 4 by 5¼ inches. It is not exactly a ratio of measurements. The cards bases start out bigger. I'll show you. This is a US letter size, and it is shorter and wider than the metric cards. So the mats will not fit. See how that does? Mat 1 does not fit if you're using the metric. So yeah, choose the card bases, the card measurements for your country, and yeah, you won't go wrong. So I'm gonna pop that on there now. What did I do with it? Here it is. So some seal, And yeah, if you like a really strong hold, you can use Seal Plus, but Seal is pretty good. So I'm going to pop that on there like that. And don't forget, this is one of the cards. It was printed front and back, so I've simply cut that in half and cut that down. Sorry, that was a little thing I had going. Now I'm going to glue this on here, tiny little strips, and they were scraps. They were literally scraps. So yep, you don't have to be so precise, and where you put them is totally up to you. Now I need to just trim that off. Let me see if that's straight. Yep, I need to trim that off. So I'm just going to trim that off there like that. And there we go. And I wanted to put a second one on, but we might trim it first because that was a little bit tricky, guys. So if I make a little mark there, cut that off there, and then do the same thing, glue this down. Now these are what I call you know, my own do-it-yourself kit sort of thing. So I've got everything ready and I've put it into the kit box. And yeah, I can make those when I'm looking for some creative time or something like that. And I just want to make a quick card. I've got them there. And yeah, that's as crooked as a dog's hind leg. Never mind. It's a handmade card, and that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Okay, so now I've got this, which was in that kit. It's got some gorgeous roses, and I don't know whether I want to pop that up or whether I want to have it flat. I think I'll have it flat because I want to pop up the butterfly and the message. So we'll put this on first, and I'll put some of this on here, just like that. I'm just going to lay this in place where I want it. So I want that there like that. I want this on there as well. And the seal really is quick. It really is quick. So I'm going to pop that there like that, having that hang over that a bit. I will put some seal on the back of this. And I'll put that in position, which is just above center. And we've got these interesting grids and circles and lines. Yeah, we've got those happening there. So now I want to pop this up on some dimensionals. And I think 3 will do the trick. And him, I'm going to bend his little wings and have him propped up. Yeah. So there we go. I just thought that would echo the circles that are in the background. Now this little butterfly, I'm going to fold his wings just like that so that his body is flat. I'm not sure if you can see that. His body is now flat, and that is where I'm putting the glue, just on that little bit there. And he is going up here, just like that. How beautiful is that? Now I found these. I'm sure they're retired. I'm absolutely sure they're retired, but they're boho blue. So I thought I'd put, you know, we've got this circle theme sort of happening here, and I, you know, this just evolved as it went along. Now I do not have my take your pick here, so I will just use this pokey tool Now these came in three different sizes, and they were the in colours. The Pebble Path, the Wild Wheat, yeah, that colour, something Moody Mauve, Copper Clay, and Boho Blue. So I'll just pop a couple of these around, I think. So we'll put that one there. We'll put this one down here next to it somewhere, and the large one will pop up here. And that, ladies and gentlemen, girls and boys, is our first alternate card. So I've used all this from the kit except for the card base and my boho blue mat. I'm going to pop that aside and we will look at them all together at the end. And that gorgeous butterfly is sitting proud, as is this beautiful, beautiful translucent fern, for want of a better word. Okay, now this next one is also using those. Now I tried to do this directly on the card and I really hated that. I couldn't fit what I wanted around it. So that I'm putting this straight over the top of it. Now this is the other half. This is the other half of the card that I've chopped in half, okay? So I've made them both the same size. Now this one here, I am going to use some, I think this is pecan pie, and this is copper clay because I didn't have any pecan pie ribbon. This is a retired ribbon. I've got these pieces of ephemera from, and I am going to show you, did I put that in there or did I pack it away? Hang on. I think it's Cajun Craze. Let me just check. Oh, my kingdom for a piece of scrap. Hang on a sec. Let me just check and see if that's what it is. Yep, it is. Now this is from that hybrid die, embossing die. Now what I did was, let me see if I can find it in here. Hang on, hold your horses, honey. Tools. Embossing folders, page 129. Let's see if it's in there. Yep, there it is there. It's called Thoughtful Moments. Now I'm not sure if you can see it, but you can emboss all of those greetings and then you can cut them out. But you can also use a brayer and get the outline. Now these I've had in my busy box, you know, my busy box, which is currently not anywhere near big enough, but I cut a whole pile of them out when I needed one or two, and I've kept them in here. Now here's the great thing, I coloured that in so that it would coordinate with this. So I'm using Cajun Craze, dark Cajun Craze. I'm just going to use some scrap paper here, and I'm just going to finish colouring this in. I just want to show you how easy it is. So I've just used the broad tip, but you can use the fine point if you like. Okay, so I've just kind of, it is raised, it's embossed, so it's easy to sort of stay in the lines, so to speak. And now I've got this coloured, what was once white is now coloured, and it coordinates beautifully with that. So yeah, I'm using bits and pieces. I'm using retired stuff, new stuff from this set, and retired stuff and stuff from my busy box. Okay, so there's that. Look at that, isn't that beautiful? There's two of the vellum pieces there. So I want to, yep, there goes a loud car. Okay, so I want to pop this on here, but I want to put this this ribbon around there. I think I'll do around the whole lot, so I will attach that to there. Just bear with me. So I think it's got the Cajun craze or the pecan pie printed on this card base, and it just teams up perfectly with this. It could even be pecan pie, I don't know, but anyway. So that's going on there. I want to put some ribbon across. I want to figure out where I'm going to put this and where I'm going to put the ribbon and the hello. Okay, so I think that's about right where I want to put it. So I'm just going to, that's about a third of the way down, which is, you know, that's what they call a sweet spot in design. So I'm just going to use some of this, and I will, I think, pop this up. I'm just going to cut the excess ribbon off. We don't really need that there. And I think I will, you know what? I think that's going to be okay. So I will use some liquid glue on this one, just because I've got some ribbon on there. And there we go. And I can cover up my little attempt and nobody needs to know. Okay, so this is matte 1 in the darker colour and matte 2 in the beautiful printed card front. Now I have my gorgeous, and I'm using just half a card and 3 pieces from the kit. So I can go ahead and pop these in however I want them. And I've got these gorgeous vellum pieces there. I think that's how we'll do that. I might just pop a bit of this here so that I can put them in there the way I want them to go. Absolutely gorgeous. And then I'll put some more on here. Oh, here's a little tip. Now, when I was pulling this one out, it bent. This very, very fine piece bent. So I had a tiny little scrap of cardstock and I just glued it on the back to give it a bit of support. So yeah, that was a sliver that came off something, you know, something else. Right, so there's that. So that's going to go in there like that. Oh, how beautiful is that? And I've got my hello, which I am going to pop up onto some dimensionals, but I'm going to use like half dimensionals. What do I do with them? Honestly, oh, here they are. So I'm just going to cut off some of these half ones, you know, the bits along the edge and that, and so I can use like a full half one on the 2 L's, just like that. Sorry, I think I might have been out of screen then. So there's one there. I've got some strips because I cut off the edge. So that can go in the H, right on the top of the H. Another little piece. I can cut them any length I want to. And we'll do the same on the bottom. Because this is going to go either side of the ribbon. And here we go. And I need some more here. So I think I'll just use a half one. Oops. So I think I'll just use a half one there like that. And that hopefully will be enough to hold that up. Beautiful. Now I've just got to get them off. Hang on. Hold your horses, honey. There we go. Oh, that was relatively painless. And last little one. And then I can pop that on there like that. I can put that at an angle. And to finish that off, I'm going to use these, the Cajun Craze. Or no, what did I say? Copper clay. Copper clay. So I think we'll have a couple. We'll have a... You know what? It's another day at the office. I can't find my... Take your pick. I think we'll put 2 down here. We'll put a small one there. We'll put a large one up here. And we'll put a medium one also down here next to our small one. And that's done. That's card number 2. It's got that dark colour in it. I wanted to utilise that. It's in the background already. I didn't have to do anything to the background. And yeah, look at that. It's beautiful. Okay, so that's card number 2. Now, card number 3. Again, I've used... Hang on. I started another one and I thought maybe that was in the wrong position. No, I couldn't do, I was going to put this on it and I just couldn't get it to sit. That's why that's like that. Okay, so this one is another one of those I had already just because. And what I've done is I've coloured that in with the Pretty Peacock and then I've just glued it onto a scrap of Pretty Peacock. It just enhances that. It may not be straight, but you know what? Handmade card. So what I've got here is a piece of Pretty Peacock. Now, this is one of the other cards, the other blue card, and I did exactly the same thing. I cut that in half, so now I've got 2 card fronts. I got 2 card fronts out of that one card, and I've got 2 card fronts out of this one card. I've added some Pretty Peacock to it in the background. Now, of course, I could cut some things out of there or punch some things out of there. Couldn't be bothered. Sorry, I was like on a mission, totally singly one-mindedly on a mission. So what I think I'll do is I'll put this on here like I have done with the others, and then we'll pop some of this beautiful gold, they're calling it gold twisted thread or something, twisted gold thread. It's absolutely gorgeous. I love it. So I've already made the bow. I've got a length of it here, and I'm just going to check where I'm going to put all of this. So I think I wanted that down there like that. I think I wanted that like that. Got some bits and pieces here, and these are from my busy box. This I found in my busy box. Okay, so I've got a piece of Lost Lagoon, but it blends in with Pretty Peacock. So you have to forgive me if I can't remember how I was going to do this, because it was yesterday. It was yesterday. Let me just think. I think something like that. Yep, okay. You know what? That'll do. So I will put this on last, I think. Yeah, just wait and see. Just wait and see with me. This is that beautiful paper. I don't know what it's called at the moment, but oh, isn't it gorgeous? So we want him to be about there. Now I just want to make sure I've got that straight. So just bear with me. That looks straight. Straight enough. Straightish. All right, we'll pop this here. Do I want him on there? Is that how I did it? Is that how I had it? Who knows? And these have been bashed around, these poor pieces. No, I think we'll do it like this. I think we'll put this on, and I just punched that out, stamped that with the grid, and then just ran around the outside with my Pretty Peacock blend. I just went around the edge so that it had that beautiful edge on it, and we'll put that there like that. It looks fairly straight. We can then lift this up if we want to put these underneath, or if I want to have them on the top, which I think I do want to have them on the top. I think we'll put him there and him there. Now this one, I think one of them might have... No, it doesn't. I thought it might have had double-sided adhesive paper, but it doesn't. That's fine. I can glue that. Oops. So that's going there like that. He's going to go along there like that somewhere. This one here, this poor old fella's been bashed about, and that's way too much glue. So we will actually take some of it off by putting it onto the back of the circle. There we go. And he can go that way, like that. The circle can go just there like that, and cover those up. And I'll pop my little, I'll do the same thing with him, I think. Just have him like that. Pop him there. I will, where is my thread? Ah, here it is. I'll put that across there like that. And I shall put that over the top of it, I think. And then we'll see where we're going to put our bow. Okay, so I want that kind of on the back. Right. This is not the ideal way of doing this, by the way. But, you know what they say. Right. Oh, it came out. It came out. Hang on. Hold your horses, honey. Right. Good. Let's just snip that off because it's going to be in the way. That's that beautiful, beautiful twisted gold thread. Absolutely gorgeous. So now I can glue this straight onto the card. Oh, and I've tied in the white with the basic white card. I always like to try and do, you know, that. If I'm going to use a white sentiment or something, then yeah. So let's just pop that on there like that. And then I want to pop this over here like that. So what I will do is I'll cut off some more of these little strips. Hang on. They're just the bits off the end, off the edges. And I'll pop one bit like that. I don't necessarily want that curved, but anyway. Crikey, that was tricky. And I'm just cutting off some more just to put on the other side. There we go, look at that. Now that's going to sort of sandwich that thread. Oh my goodness. Oh look, that'll do. That will do. And that's just going to sandwich the thread. Hang on. Just like that. Does that look straight? Bit of fluff there, guys. I don't know where that came from. That looks okay. And then I thought I would just put this bow somewhere. Let me have a look. Let me see where I want to put it. Do I want to put it there like that? Do I want to put it there like that, or do I want to put it there? I think there. I think there. I need a glue dot. Hang on. Here's some glue dots. I need a glue dot. I need to sort of fold this over on itself. This is what I like to do. Fold it over on itself. And then I've got like a little sort of square piece, rectangular piece. Don't know if you can see that, but that's going there, and my bow is going in it. Look at that. Now, if I wanted to, I could put some sequins. I think there's enough happening there. We've got touches of gold, and we've got them in a visual triangle here. So I think that's enough for that one. So that's card number 3. Hang on, I need a drink, guys. Now, this is the next card, and these are pieces from the kit. This is a banner from the kit, some gorgeous flowers, and this beautiful frame. They are all from the kit. These are from my busy box. This is a piece of the gorgeous, gorgeous, that paper. I can't remember what it's called, but I'm using the back of it. And this is from my busy box with just a scrap of black, just glued onto the back of it, just to make that stand out. So this is how I want this to go. This is going to go like this. I've got a black mat here, which is mat 1. This is mat 2. We'll pop those together. And it's a shame to put this side down, but I particularly wanted the green, this beautiful green linen finish. So I've just got mat 1 in black, mat 2 in this gorgeous, looks like hessian or linen or something like that. That's going straight on the card base now. And then we can put this card together as well. So when I'm doing things like this, I use the old put and look. Okay, so I lay it all down and then I have a look at it and see if that's exactly what I want. So, yeah, I've put these together like this. So we'll pop them on there. These are going to be glued straight on. A beautiful, beautiful banner that came from the kit. So I want that to be sort of like that. I want my frame to be sort of like that. And this I will pop some liquid glue on. Now you don't need a ton. Look, I don't know if you can see that, but that's all you need. And this is going on here like this. So what I've aimed for is about the same distance that way and about the same distance that way. So it lines up, the eye lines that up, like that goes to there, that goes to there, that goes to there, and that goes to there. The eye does that all for you. So I've got a couple of these, and these were bits and pieces that I'd actually, you know, chopped up. They were a big piece, and I just chopped them up into little pieces And yeah, I thought I'd use them like that. So we'll pop those in there like that. We've got this we're going to pop up. Of course, we're going to pop that up. But let's get some glue on here. Just a little couple of drops here, there, and everywhere. And this way I can sort of just judge where I want it. I don't want to put my flowers down quite yet. I think they're like that. That one there like that. I just have to make sure I cover up these edges. So we'll just set a block on that, I think. Just while I get some glue on this one here. As I said, these were just bits and pieces in my busy box that I had cut out for a previous card and just didn't use or used portions of it. I just popped it all straight back in there. So there we go. We can pop that down there like that. Now, I want some dimensionals on the back of this. So let's just pop a few around. So and sometimes it's hard to visualize. That's why the put and look method is so good, because it does give you, the chance to see what it's going to look like without having to sort of guess and see if that's going to be okay. Now, I put a lot of these things on. Sorry if that worries you, but yeah, I'd rather put them on than not have enough. I don't want anything saggy happening here. So I think I wanted that like that. Now, before I put that on there, I've made a really big bow. Now, if I just pull this out, you'll see how big it is. And it's just made with some lemon lolly baker's twine, and it's quite big. So what I want to do is I want to pull it all down. I'm holding the knot. There's the knot in the middle, and these are such lovely bows. And yeah, I'm just sort of like arranging it like that. So I've got my 2 loops, I've got my 2 tails. That one wants to twist around, but that's okay. And that I want to be hanging down. Now, I more than likely will trim that, but I just want to see where I'm going to be putting that. So I want that like there, like that. So yeah, this is the time to get a bit fussy. Now, if it's too big, if you feel that's too big, now I'm just looking at that and I think that those loops might be just a little bit too big. So I can just pull them in just a little bit, give them a bit of a tighten up, and try again. One loop is a little bit longer than the other, and that's always adds a bit of interest. So let's have a look. So that's where I want that to be, like that. Now that's holding my bow in as well, and I can trim off these little tails. I can trim them off, and yep. Isn't that lovely? Now I've got this tiny little greeting. Now I think I'll glue half of it and put a piece of a dimensional. Why are they so hard for my brain to remember? I have the devil's own job remembering the name of these things, and I have no idea why. Okay. So I'm going to pop a little bit of glue on there, just on this little pointy end here, because that is the same height as the flowers. And then with my little dimensional, I can just pop it down there. Now I hope that's straight. That looks pretty straight. Now, I don't have to put anything else on that if I don't want to. Now, I've got these yellow ones here. I don't even think I'll put them on. I think that's plenty. What do you think? So what is that? Card number 1, 2, 3. That is card number 4. We've done 4 already. We've done 4. Cool. Okay. Pop that over there. Now, the next one, as I said, I had a lovely time yesterday playing and playing and playing with this, you know, getting it all together, working it all out. And, yeah, my biggest worry was that I might forget how to put them together. So if you start hearing the wheels turn, you'll know that she's thinking, she's forgotten. Now, yeah, this was a scrap. This is a piece of Pretty Peacock that I had in my scrap thing. I've obviously cut a square out of it. This is another one of those card fronts. Nobody needs to know that has got a big square cut out of it. Now, look, see, there's a bit of a rough edge on there. I don't know if you can see that. But I'm just going to show you what I use. If I can see it. Hold your horses, honey. I got these from the cosmetics shop. They're like a little sanding block. They're sponge. And they've got nail file stuff on all 4 sides. They bend. You know, they're not going to be too rough. And I simply just go along that edge and it takes off the rough. Just when your blade is just about ready to be replaced, it starts doing that. So, yeah, that's what I do. So let's glue that onto there. Now, I just need to know and remember only to glue right around the edges because, yeah, there's a big hole in the middle. And I always want to do a bit of a scribble of that glue right in the middle. So again, I think this is mat 1 and mat 2 respectively. Mat 1, mat 2. We've got this gorgeous printed, like the word friendship is there. Poetry of flowers. You've got some flowers, you've got some text going this way, some text going that way, some text going that way. It's lovely. It's like so lovely. Yeah, why not make that a feature? So I've got that. And I think I'm going to glue this straight onto the card now, onto the card front. So we'll pop that on. Now I can put that bit of glue in the middle that I really, really desperately want to do. Yeah. So there we go. Look at that. How gorgeous. How absolutely, is that a bit of glue? Nope. So there we go. Look at that. How gorgeous. Now this is from the kit. It's a beautiful tag. I've simply put some of the peacock and gold ribbon through the hole. It came with a hole in it. I've tied it together with a piece of that beautiful twine. I've got that there like that. I do believe this is how I wanted this to go. Just bear with me. Don't forget, I've made a whole pile of these. This is going to be a get well card, I think. I think that's how I wanted that. I think I might have put that underneath, just like that. Absolutely gorgeous. I found another circle punched in my busy box. I think it's for that one. Yep, pretty sure it is. Yep, so let's see. Let's just see how we go. A bit of seal on the back of this, just to hold that in place. So I think I'll position this first because this I can move around at any time. Okay. How stinking gorgeous is that? And then I found this in my busy box. And I can't remember what these are from, but they were Oh, what were they from? No, can't remember. But look, this is very, very fine. So just a little bit of glue. I should have die cut them with, you know, adhesive paper on them, but obviously I didn't. So there we go. And I'm going to center that up on the bottom half of this, just like that. I mean, I was just playing, literally playing, and that's how you develop a look that you like. So I've got that, I've got that. I'm going to glue this in here like it's the feature in the frame. A couple of little spots of glue on that. And let me tell you, it just fits in there. I had to chop the bottom of it off just so that it would fit in there. Just move that over a little bit. There we go. Now I've got glue all over it. Excellent, Jill. That adds to the grunginess of it. Well, that's my story anyway. I'm going to just pop a little bit of this just there. You can't see it. You literally can't see it behind the vellum. I hope you can't see that. So that's going on there like that. I think I just had this tucked in down here, and then I had this across here like that. What do you reckon? I'm going for it. I am going for it. I'm just using up these things that I have in my busy box. Now what I like to do is put a couple of dimensionals either side of this ribbon. Here they are. Stop looking, I found them. And then I like to glue the bottom part down. Yeah. So I just put some of this on the bottom of it. And then when I position that here, this sort of is up and that is glued down. So now where am I going to put this? I might just pop that across there like that. And I think I will put that up on dimensionals as well. So are they going to be too big? Yes. Where's my minis? Hold on, hold your horses, honey. Where's my minis? Here they are. Hang on. Put a couple of minis along here. 3 should be enough. Peel them off. And position that across there like that. I think like that. What do you think? So by getting this kit, which is all this sort of vintagey, shabby chic, nostalgic, I kind of picked up on that. I kind of picked up on that layering thing. Now I have some, and I don't know if these are still current, but I've got white, a very paley sort of a pinky colour, and these pretty peacock sequins. So I just thought I might pop a few of these around as well. I quite often like to have one sort of, you know, peeking out somewhere. So there's only 2 sizes in this one. So we'll pop a small one there and another big one down here. So we've got, again, we've got this visual triangle. We've got this visual triangle. What do you think of that one? Pretend you can't see the glue. Oh, actually it wipes off. Hold your horses. Where's my grubby chamois? Let me see if I can get that off. Oh, I did get it off. There we go. Look at that. What do you think about that one? What did I say? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Card number 5. We've already made 7 from this kit. I've got heaps of stuff left over, and I've still got some more to make. Now this one might just be maybe a favourite of mine. Now I've got these, I think these are new. They're called the Neutral Matte Dots, and they come in black, white. I don't know if that's basic beige, and I don't know what colour that is. Look, usually I write that on there, but I didn't. This gorgeous piece of designer series paper with the crooked wiggly line there, I made that. That's just a piece of basic white. I used a very pale grey, Daffodil Delight, and then a fine line of black texture. Yeah, you know. I've got a couple of different mats here. Now, this is again another one of those ones where give me 5 minutes to remember. Give me a sec. Give me a sec. And yeah, I think I've got it now. So I think I've got a basic black matte 1. I've got a smoky grey. What's it called? Smoky slate. Smoky slate right there. Then I have another piece of basic black, and then my homemade designer series paper with the big, obviously wonky line that nobody will know. Nobody will know that it's there by the end of this, I assure you. So let's start putting these together. So I think I might need some liquid glue for this one, because I might need a little bit of wiggle room. Okay, let's have a look. Yeah, because it's a very narrow border. There we go. So that's on the basic black. Now, I wonder what that is. It's probably matte. So that's matte 1, matte 2. It's probably matte 4 and matte 5, because I don't know that they go down in the same increments. Yeah, I think that's probably what it is. So matte 1, matte 2. Oh, I don't know. It'd probably be just as easy if I had a rule and measured it, wouldn't it? Crikey. What is black? It is 8.8. Oh, okay. It's a made-up measurement. It's a made-up measurement. Cancel that last thought. Cancel that last thought. Okay, so I obviously just cut it to suit. And you know what? You can do that. You can do that too. Maybe I thought the mat wasn't the right amount of space between the border and that. But there you go. But these are definitely matte 1 and matte 2. Okay. Yep. So they are going on there like that. I don't have any ribbon that goes across, so I can glue that straight onto there. And then I can glue, whoop, I nearly dropped that. I nearly dropped it. So yeah, there is a bit of a wider border between those. So maybe skip a mat. And this wonky bit has to be at the top, because I've already put this and looked at it. So we've already got like 4 layers on here. 4 layers, oh dear. So that's going to be a bit yeah, top heavy on there. Well, daylight savings ended today. I got up this morning, totally forgot all about it, and I thought, oh good, I've had a sleep in. And then the clocks went back. Right, now this is from the kit. It's got a gorgeous sunflower on it, and it's got this beautiful shape to it. This butterfly is from the kit. The rest of it is from my busy box. Absolutely from my busy box. All these bits and pieces, okay? So, yeah, just hold your horses, honey, while I just remember how this was going. I know this was definitely glued onto there, so we'll do that. Oh, we can use this. We can use this. Right. So I've just basically measured this to fit on here. Yep. So yes, it's going to get dark a little bit, like a smidge early tonight, because daylight savings has ended, and that is as crooked as a dog's hind leg. Hold on. Right. There we go. That looks a bit better, doesn't it? So we'll give that a nice big... Now that was going to go over there and cover up that ugly... You can see it's veering off, but never mind. Don't worry about it. Adds to it. It totally adds to it. So that was going on there like that. Let me think. Oh, I was going to cut this down and glue this onto here. Yep. So we'll just trim this off like that. Trim this off like that. And these are all from my busy box. So it's been so really helpful having that I can just take bits and pieces out of it, and I've got them straight away. So yeah. Now I'm going to just, oh crikey, that was lucky. You know, that's the time you want something to fall upside down. That and peanut butter sandwiches, you want them to fall upside down. Okay, so we'll give that a second. And I've got this, another little frame from my busy box. I think I was going to put this over here like this somehow. I know that he was going to be in the frame, and I think I was just going to have some of these somewhere. 2 seconds, folks. Give me 2 seconds to remember. Oh, and I've already tied the bow, so let me just trim this off. Crooked, don't care. This is a handmade card. There we go. Now that would have gone in the bin otherwise. So let me just see how I was going to have this. I know I was going to pop this in here and have it somewhere like that. You know what? That looks pretty good. I think that's ringing a bell right now. Yep, I think that is ringing a bell. Okay, let's see if I can remember it in the next 5 minutes. So that's going on there, covering up that awful crooked line. So pop that there. I think we'll just pop these, have them coming around like that. Might have to snip that one off. That's the beauty of having these things, you know, like you never know when you're going to need them, and all of a sudden, bada bing, bada boom, you need them. That's cool. I'll just, oh, this has got sticky stuff on the back. I knew some of them did. How clever was I to do that? How clever. So that one's going there like that. We'll have him actually go a bit over that. Has this got sticky? Oh, yes. Bonus. Bonus. Absolute bonus. Now I'll put that over there like that. I don't think we need the other little one. We'll just hang off for a minute. Just hang off for a minute. Then I was going to pop this here like this and have that over there. Okay, I might glue this down first just so that I get this positioned. So a bit of liquid glue on there. And I'm not sure how long we've been going, guys, but I hope you're enjoying this. I mean, this is like an extra bonus video with all these different cards. So I want that just under there like that. I think that looks good. Could be straight, could be crooked. This is where you get your little T rule out and find out. How? My goodness. Straight. Don't know what happened there. But anyway, I was going to put that there just to give the butterfly a bit of a background. So here we'll go. Should I pop that up? Should I pop that up and have the butterfly on it? Is that interesting or not? No, we'll just pop him up, I think. We'll just do what we've done with the rest of them. Come on, glue, don't fail me now. All right. Have it your way. Right. In there. In it goes. I can't remember what set these are out of. So if you can remember, pop them in the comments. They've been in my busy box for that long. It's not funny. Now, he is going to have his wings bent like that again. Oh, now I need the glue. Hang on. Let's see if I've got some. Do you know that is totally empty? Let's see if I've got any in this one, in my standby glue. Why? Why? Let's have a look. It's been standing by for that long. I think it's empty too. Hold your horses, honey. Third time is the charm. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So he's going to go out and he's going to go in. If you haven't seen my little glue stand, you just pop it down in the comments and I'll send you the link to it. So he's going on there like that. He's flying towards that gorgeous, gorgeous sunflower that's just there. I think we'll pop this up on some, and where will we put this? I don't know where we're going to put this. Let's get this up onto some dimensionals before we get that far. So 3, I think. 3 is ample. I'm getting a mess on this desk, but you know, that's how the cookie crumbles around here. So I think we'll put that over there like that. Let's see if it's straight. I didn't want to cover up that beautiful sunflower. All that. Where am I going to put this? What about there? Does that look okay? What do you think? I think that looks all right. Glue dot. Let's fold it up on itself again. Fold it over and over and over. And there it is, like a little sausage. And do we need this little guy here? Do we need him there? I don't think so. I don't think so. I'm just going to pop that in just under the corner. Let me get my little pokey tool under there. There it is. And I've got these black dots, so I thought I might put some of these around. Let me see. 2 different sizes, so I think we need something down here. So I think we'll put a big one here, a small one here. and and what? And a small one somewhere else. What about up here? Or up here? Crikey. See, this is why. This vexes me. Okay, we'll put it there. Okay. What did I say? Number 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is card number 6. We're on a roll, guys. Absolutely on a roll. I like this one. Okay, this next one, I just went a bit crazy. This is I think the second. Is this the second last one? No, it's the third last one. So I went a bit crazy with the grid stamp. And then I went a bit crazy with the inking on the, you know. But then I really liked the way this was shaping up. So this is going to be our first, what do you call these things? Landscape. So was I going to do it like that? Yes, I was. Yes, I was. So I was just going to put this straight on there. Now, this is just a piece of Cajun craze. It was a scrap I had, and I've just torn that, and then I've torn that, okay? So I'm just going to pop that in the centre like that. Where's my glue? Let's hope this has got enough juice in it. This is the one I just replaced it with, isn't it? Oh, dear. Okay. Look, when I say you don't need much, I thought you might need a bit more than that, but there you go. That'll do. And I'm just centering that up. It was a bit shy of the width of the card, but that doesn't matter. It's a scrap. Now, these are from the kit. They had that beautiful colour in the flowers there that just absolutely matches up with that. So I thought I would pop these flowers up, and I'm also going to pop up the sentiment, and let's just put some of these on the back. And I found some retired gold, some retired gold things. I think I might put that on there like that, like it's an actual bouquet that's being tied. And then I've got this. This is from the kit. It's one of the little sentiment shapes. And I stamped it, the stamp from the kit. So that's actually going to go up like that somehow. Very simple. Very, very simple. You've got a lot happening in the background there, so you can't really overpower that. So this is going, oh yeah, that was the crummy one. Okay. See, you've got 2 sides to every piece of paper. That didn't come out very nice, so I just flipped it over and stamped it again. So I think something like that. Let's get this spatially set out. Yep. Okay. So I'm going to peel these off very, very quick. Oops. I should probably check on this to make sure it's still filming. Otherwise I might have a conniption fit. So that's going there like that. Just give me 1 second, guys. Yeah, sorry, it's been a long one tonight, but we've made a lot of cards, okay? And just think, this is free. This is a freebie. So I'm going to pop that in there like that. Let me just make sure that's straight. There we go. That looks fairly straight with my crooked eye. And I'm going to pop this on here. Another glue dot. This one is very quick. Okay. Very, very quick. So just turn that over on itself. I've left one of the tails long on this little bow, and with the intention, hopefully, that it would go out. Oh, crikey. Look at that. Stay on there now. Just stay there. Good. Yeah, with the intention that it would go out underneath that sentiment. And where are those gold things? Yeah, they're very, very bright. I don't know how old they are, but I just thought they needed something. It just needed something. These are also in 3 different sizes. So we'll put one there like that. We'll put, that's a large one. We'll put a medium one down here, and I'll put a tiny little one just up here. And we've got that visual triangle happening again. How's that? Card number 7. I think I've got 2 left, guys, so hang in. Stay with me till the end. This one, I really love this one. I think I've said that about all of them. This one I've used this. These are from the kit. Uh-oh, am I missing something? Yes, I think I might be. Am I? Oh, no, I've got another. Okay. Okay, I thought I had some more flowers. What have I done with them? Let me see. Oh, no, I think that was it. Very, very simple, this one. This is from that gorgeous packet of papers. Oh, what's it called? Hang on. Woven Textures. It's quite a dark background. Woven Textures, but I really liked it. I really liked the background. So very, very simple card. Let's just give that a bit of a burnish there, and this is going straight on there like that. Try and speed this up, guys. Yeah, this is mat 1. Gives you that really nice little border all the way around. This is from the kit. This is from the kit. That's the stamp set from the kit. And I just made another little bow here. I haven't done it yet, but yeah. It's just a piece of that bubble bath ribbon that's got the silver around it, and some grey granite baker's twine. Now I've stamped that in grey granite, I think it was grey granite, and I've just got my tweezers just holding this in a loop. You know, when you need that, you need that second pair of hands sometimes. So I'm just going to attempt to tie a bow. Now, I'm told that if you tie this upside down, it will turn out. So I'm just going to tie the knot, hopefully. Then I'm going to turn it upside down and do the bow. Now, if I can get my fingers to work, we'll be in business. So I've got that wrapped around the tweezers, and that's the home phone, guys. I hope somebody answers it. Oh, crikey. Hang on. This seemed really easy in theory. I think I'll tie a double knot. That didn't work either. You know what? I'm gonna give up. No, don't ever give up. Don't ever give up. I'm gonna cut that off, and I'm gonna try again. I think I'll just do it freehand. Do it upside down like they say. So hold on. Hold your horses, honey. Let's hope I've got enough, which I doubt. Anyway, first knot, that looks better. That looks much better. And now I'm going to tie the bow. And, oops, it's going to be very, very small. I can tell you that right now. I can breathe a sigh of relief. That's what I was aiming for. Look at that, guys. Now I can trim this off one way, that way, this one, this way. And this is all going straight onto here. I think I'll glue that onto there. And then I'll pop up that beautiful flower from the kit. Oop. So I want it kind of up towards the top a bit, just above center. Is that straight? Who knows? I'm going to pop some, probably just 3 dimensionals on here. And this beautiful flower. I just want to make sure I didn't lose some of it. Nope, I don't think so. So that was going up there like that. And then this, I'm just going to pop down here in the corner, in the opposite corner like that. Just like that. So I'm going to pop a couple of glue dots on the back of this. This one's a very simple design, guys. And we'll pop another glue dot down there. And as they say, Bob's your uncle. Now, I think I had some of these gorgeous, I think they're bubble bath sequins. Now, they could well be retired as well. So I think I'll just pop a couple of these around. I think I'll pop one over here, one over there. There's 2 different sizes in this particular one. And we'll just pop one big one down there. And I think 2 little ones just here somewhere. Just like that. I think that's a really pretty card. That dark, dark brown with this beautiful pink. I love it. It's going in there. Okay, on to the next one. Now, this one I did get really carried away with, I must say. This was just a piece of basic white that I stamped. I put some inking on it and I just went crazy. That's the end of a sponge dauber. I just dipped it into the black ink pad. This is like a lid of something else that I had. I've just wrapped some white baker's twine around there. I did do some stamping on the inside of this one. It's probably the only one. This could well have been the first one I did. Let's just get through this, and a basic black mat with that. Oops, come on. Oh, look at that. A Stampin' Dimensional thing stuck to it. Crikey. Yeah, this desk is a mess. You wonder what I fill my Mondays with? It's cleaning my desk after my Sunday night videos now that I don't have Libby on Mondays. Crikey. Yeah. Okay, very, very small black border. This reminds me of kind of a blokey card. Yeah, it's probably the blokiest out of all of them. And it uses the stamps from that kit. So that little butterfly and the grid on the background there. This is one of the butterflies from the kit. This is a tag. This is a tag. This is also a tag. I think where did I get that from? It looks like basic beige. I might have just inked it myself. But yeah, that's it. It's as simple as that. I'm going to put some dimensionals on the top of this guy. And I might take them off before I put the glue on. Oops, hang on. Pop a bit of this on here like that. I want to pop that kind of under the string down there. This I want coming out that way. So I might just pop a bit of what do you call this stuff? Seal. If I can get it going, guys. There we go. So I might just pop that out there like that. I think that definitely needs a glue dot there to hold that string. So before I do anything else, let's just pop one off. Let's just pop that off there like that. Stick it under there. Hang on. Just fold it up on itself. Pop it under there like that, because I want it to hold that string and that label, and that one is going there like that. Done. And now we've got this beautiful I don't know, is that a butterfly or a moth? How do you know? But he's going there like that, and I don't even think, oh yeah, I did put some there to make a knot. Hang on. Please, guys, forgive me if I forget what I was going to do. It's been a long couple of days. So I'm just tying a knot, which I will then trim off. And he can sit on there like that. Okay, we're down to reserve glue number 17. Oh, goody, there is glue in that one. Excellent, excellent, excellent. And look, I think that will actually hold that. I think that one holds in there too. So there you go. Yeah, if you want to make one of these yourself, just let me know and I'll put the link. So there he is. I'll just trim this off. You can fray the ends of this string if you want to. It's just baker's twine. Gorgeous. And there are some bronzy sort of sequins, but if you want this for a bloke, yeah, they don't want sequins, they don't want frou-frou, they just want that. I'm going to put them all together. Honestly, guys, this is the last one. I'm not joking. This is the last one. Now, this is one of the card bases that comes in the kit. I'll just show it to you. I've got a couple of cards left. And I added extra grid stamping with some crumb cake. So, yeah, think outside the box. Think outside the box. This is a piece of crumb cake. This is from the kit. This is from the kit. This little circle is from the kit. These are from my busy box, and just a scrap of some crumb cake. So I'm going to pop this down here like this. I think this will went out like that. I think something like that. Let's put it together, hey? And I need to trim it. So, yeah, don't worry. It's got to be trimmed. But one edge is actually straight. And so I can line that up with the edge of the card. Just bear with me. Just slightly off center. So if I line that up like that, and I just inked that with the pecan pie ink pad that you get with it. So I'll leave that for a minute to dry before I trim that off. And now we will put these components together, I think. So we'll just pop that there like that. I think we'll have this circle somehow like that. No bow, just that. Let's have a look. And I do have some peacock. Okay, I think I like this circle kind of mostly on this crumb cake piece, like that. Now we might pop this bit up. So we'll pop up the top of these flowers just for a bit of interest. Just the top section like that. We'll have this little guy peeking out like that. And I think just like that. Bada bing, bada boom. What do you reckon? I'm going to get them all out now. Or we might actually put a little bit up here. Just a smidge. We'll have that coming out like that. That looks good. We'll have this bit like this. And I did some grid in crumb cake on this as well. But I'm going to pop this up as well. So let's do that now. And one more. I think these are really nice. I liked this kit as soon as I saw it. And yeah, and as I said, I have got absolutely loads of bits and pieces left over that I can make a few more cards out of if I want to, or if I want to keep them for other. Oh, I put that on the wrong side. Holy crap. Gee whiz. Just hold your horses, honey. Or did I? No, I think it has to be that one, doesn't it? Yep. Oh, gosh. No. Guess what? It's going to be this side. Only because I can't get those off. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Look, there we go. Enjoy your day. I'll put that there like that. And we might put some of these around. What do you think? We'll put a couple of these. Just tuck that one under there like that. Tuck another little one under here. And have a big one there. That'll do. Oh my goodness. Oh my word. That'll do. Now I've got to clear all this stuff out of the way so that we can have a look at them all one by one. I'm sorry this has taken so long, guys, but you know, yeah, it's free. So yeah, it's not like you're paying for by the hour or anything like that. So we'll go back to the 2 original cards that are from the kit. I'm going to stand up to make sure that I can have these in frame for you. Let me just sweep all of this. Oh gosh, this is a double tidy day tomorrow, I think. Okay, so these are the 2 from the kit, the originals from the kit. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. And you can make them totally all from the kit and they would be beautiful. So then this one here I think is more like a blokey bloke card, but you can let me know what you think. This is the first one I think we made with the beautiful boho blue elements. This one is the second last one we made Very, very simple, very, very contrast with that pale pink and that really dark brown. This is the last one we made, which I still haven't trimmed that off. Just bear with me, guys. Just give me 2 seconds and I'll just trim that off. And then we're in business. There we go. Much better. Just simple crumb cake and pink. This one is the black with the yellow and the grey. I really like it. We made this designer series paper just by drawing lines. This is from the Busy Box, the beautiful ephemera from that kit. Here's another one where we've used some elements from my Busy Box that were just in there, except for that one I stamped it. This one's nice and bright. Yeah. This is when I cut the card front in half and only used half of it. This is from the kit. This is from the kit. The rest of it is from my Busy Box. And this one here, I don't know, I really like this one. Simple, and you've just got a touch of gold just to lift that a little bit. But anyway, let me know what you think about all of those. And yeah, leave a comment, please. Say hi. Tell me where you're watching from. And if you want to have a look at anything in my store, if you're in Australia, you don't have a demonstrator, jilllancet.stampinup.net. If you want a copy of that matte template, tilly2145@gmail.com. Request matte template. And yeah, smash that thumb, smash that like symbol, subscribe if you haven't, and share this if you'd like to. Yeah, and thank you so much for spending an hour, or well, it's like an hour and a half. That's unheard of for one of my videos. But yeah, I did have a lot to talk about. And I guess I'll see you guys all on Thursday again. Please, 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 please stay safe, be kind, and hooray, bye for now.